Hey there, it's Coach Tim SEO. This is a blog I put out about a week ago. And what it is it started with a release of an email exchange I had with a friend and client for many years. He was telling me about um, notebooklm.google.com, which is what produced this later on, because as we were talking, I said, "Yeah, I'm actually working on something right now with it," and I was creating this audio, and I'll show you in a second how I did this. But what he went into says SEO is dying, and it's just changed. And I went through a description of that. I posted it in at least two places, one on my Facebook personal profile and on YouTube. And I showed people how on YouTube you can blog. You basically can put posts on YouTube, and that's exactly what I did. So it's a layered, kind of a layer or a curation, if you will, of the content. And this is what today's video is about. It's more curation, which means each time you curate something, you're creating another document that's part of your, shall we call it, stack, as the kids are calling it these days. You stack your content on top of your content on top of your content, and what that does is it makes it very hard, or it makes it easier, I should say, because it's easier to abandon your content, but it makes it easier to stick on your content, right? If that makes sense. You click from page to this page to that page, and it just so happens that it's all stuff that you created. So as the second part of this, I created this audio.
So, uh, are we all gonna have to find new jobs soon? Like,
So that was a audio that this particular uh, site, Notebook LM, made for me. And there's an advantage here that people, I've not heard anybody really talk about. And what it is has nothing to do with SEO, has nothing to do with AI. It has to do that this thing creates a third party narration, show, whatever you want to call it, a third party synthetic endorsement or validation of you. And if you know anything about psychological marketing, third party authority is huge, and it creates you into an authority. I've said it a million times. If you want to help yourself do better on the internet, go become an authority. And it's easy by just creating content, writing blogs. I've been preaching this for 100 years, since the beginning of the blogging. And I've been at the forefront of it. Now with video, I've been making videos for, I, I don't know, 15, 20 years. Uh, uh, but now it's the thing, right? Because everybody has phones and stuff. So do that, and we can get into that some other day. But what I wanted to show you was that this bad boy will take. Let me start over here. Oh, see, let me go here. Okay, this bad boy will take transcripts, research notes, documents, copied text, Google Docs, Google Slides, or PowerPoints, as you may know them, a YouTube video, which, by the way, if so far anyway, I haven't really tested it all the way, but I don't think it pulls the transcript. It pulls the description. So if your description is limp and has not much there, you're not going to have much AI for AI to diagnose. So I'm going to have it diagnose my URL. So what you can do, and I have clients doing right now, is we put up a uh, audio for every one of their pages, or not every one, but many of them. And why would we do that? And the reason is, and I'll talk while this thing's thinking, and the reason is because it keeps your time on site. If you can get somebody to listen to even 20 seconds of that audio I just stuck up there, right? That's an extra 20 seconds of time on site, and you're going to be rewarded for that. And there's not only Google happiness that happens because Google likes time on site, but psychologically, they're just going to burn out at some point. And I've talked about this for years before mobile phones, but even now with mobile phones, there's a burnout factor. There's a certain amount of clicks. I used to call it click fatigue. You click here, then you click there, then you click there, and then click there, and now you're done. Well, it's the same thing with the swipes, right? We people, and the only difference is we have less attention span than ever before. And this may be a shiny object to keep them at bay, just to keep them not wandering off into the wild of the internet on, the latest blog, or not blog post, but Instagram post or TikTok. So it just holds them there, and that's why I love this tool. So you can see it's having a hard time to upload my page uh, page text. So we're gonna add something else. And why don't we add a YouTube video? Let's see how that does. So let's see how this works. I'm just grabbing one of my recent videos and sticking it in there, and it will turn. Oh, look how, my goodness. So this is an example. The reason it happened so fast is it grabbed. I'm pretty sure it just grabbed the description. It didn't go uh, into the transcript. Just FYI, it's a 6-minute video of me talking, so it's got to have some content on there. But the description's there, but it's much shorter. So let's this. So what you do is you hit generate, and we're gonna wait again, and while that's thinking. While it's doing its thing, there are some things that you might just pull from here. But as I like to warn on all the hype on this thing, this is stuff that can be done pretty much at most chat GPT type sites, but the it's already set up to do it. So if you want to set up a study guide, table of contents, etc., based on something, it can do it for you. When this thing generates, though, make sure you grab it, because getting back to this, for me, I can't figure out how to do it. I haven't spent a lot of time doing it. Again, I'm mostly impressed with the actual audio that this is going to produce because of the psychological aspect of it, the third party endorsement. And there's another thing that I did in all this that you might want to look at. So we're going to hit this, give it public access. And if you want to actually share this with somebody, this is how you would do it. And you would put it in your, well, let me download this first. So I'm going to head and stick this in the URL into the browser. And this is if you just want to share it with somebody, and then they could take this, and it's public. We made it public. We could still download it from here, but that's enough on Notebook. We're done with Notebook. Okay, it created the URL. If you want to, here, we'll listen to a little bit of it.
Welcome to your deep dive.
You ever feel like drowning in a sea of those online ads?
Like all the time?
Today, we're tossing out a life preserver. Okay, it's all about brand storytelling, but with a
Now, I want to warn you that this does not always give accurate information, and you need to listen to this. I know the temptation is just to churn, but you need to make sure that it's correct. So do that. And then after you're done with that, you're going to go to a place called SoundCloud. I've been on SoundCloud for a long, long time. And you're going to go here. This is where I put our audio that is on the website. And what you would do is you got to sign up. I think it's free for like 3 videos or something, and it's less than $20 a month to actually host these. And then you just hit upload. Okay, I'm not going to go through the details, but there's there is some, SEO type stuff that you can do that can add to this. There's links. One of the nice things uh, about let me see if I can find it about SoundCloud is it gives you a chance to have a lot of links. But what a lot of people don't know is that you can stuff uh, MP3 files with a lot of metadata. The way that it's done here, though, Google gives us a WAV file, not an MP3 file. So when I do it, I go and convert it to an MP3 file, stuff the gills of it with information and keywords and all kinds of SEO goodies, and then bring it back over here and my other podcast stuff. I'll put it in there. So then you basically you've created this, right? And you want to add pictures, right? Uh, and then we're going to share it. So now we share it, and let me see here. So you can see we want to embed it, and most of us have WordPress, so just grab this, or you can grab that, but it works with this. I stick with this one. You can change the height by this thing right here, and then you can enable automatic, which is not recommended. You show comments, recommendations, overlays, etc. So that's how we created the embed, which, by the way, I suggest putting it in a lot of places that takes HTML code. But then from there, I took it and put it into the blog. Now, the next thing we're going to do is convert this bad boy into a video. And the way to do that is the way that I do a big piece of the SEO on it. And we can either create a slide or just a single photo like this right here. It would be that as a video, and you just play it on YouTube, and it kind of looks like this. It doesn't really do anything. If you want animation, you can do that. If you want a an analysis on doing this, and I'll do a first one for you and create it for you and create a SoundCloud and set you up with a little bit of SEO on the SoundCloud. So that's an added bonus. So everything is in SEO is about optimization. It's not once. If you create something once and it can't be utilized more than once, you're wasting resources. A video can be used several times. A SoundCloud or a podcast can be used several times. If you look up Coach Tim SEO, I'm on all kinds of podcasts that are my channels, from Amazon to Heart Radio, and on down the line. So, and a lot of those have SEO opportunities because there's hard links in the text, like this one right here. This is a link that can benefit us if it's coming to us, etc. Videos, we can put videos all over the place. If you're interested in that, contact me. There's my email address. It's not hard to find. Or timokeefeseo@gmail, and say, hey, I'd like a free assessment as well as a a setup for my website. Let me know, and we'll have a get together on a Zoom, and we'll go from there. And I'm pretty simple. I don't make you fill out these forms. So just email me the old-fashioned way. I'm interested in your offer. Can we do this? And we'll set a time, and we'll go that way. Why do you want to do this? Because not only is this about AI, and in my opinion, the greatest evolution of AI there is, because it actually has value beyond the actual point, right? As an example, this picture here is obviously AI. I think I got it from ChatGPT, DALL-E, I believe is where I originally got it. And so I'm repurposing it through my um, different places that I put it. But I also uh, repurpose this stuff across the web. So this article right here, I told you before, is on my Facebook. It's on my, uh, I think it's on my X, and it's on my um, YouTube under post. And so I use that as a way, when I first introduced this, as a way to go, hey, do you even know posts exist? Most don't, and they don't take advantage of it. So I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone. I love doing that stuff. And it's also a stack of curation. Now, if real stacks would be linking to linking to linking, which is the next kind of level of SEO. But the other thing is that this has a meta effect. It's a hypnotic effect. And so everywhere there I am kind of thing to help get through the click fatigue, you go to, oh, check out the video on YouTube, check out the article, etc. But it's a next level. So now that I've done, so let's just say I have three out there. I'm not sure how many. So most people just go, oh, you got it out there as a bunch of links, right? Okay. But you can actually curate it with a little bit of help. So with this, I curate first, I put the article, then I re-edited it and published it with the audio. Next, well, the video will be of this video here will be put into this, or maybe put into a different page article. I'm not sure yet. So that's another level, right? And et cetera, et cetera. And this will also be spun off into the video for part, and also into an audio over on SoundCloud, since it's already audio, and on we go. And then it also goes out to my podcast network, and then I'll take the videos and put those out, and then I could cut up long videos. You get what I'm saying? This stuff is the gift that keeps on giving. And so this particular new tool right here uh, is something that's interesting to me, because it's not me talking. It's somebody else telling you about me, which hacks into all of our psyches. Even though if we know it's fake, it's still a third party endorsement. It's a synthetic third party endorsement, which is a little scary, but nonetheless, it is not me or anybody having to do with me saying how cool this article is. And it's pretty good. These guys have humor, they have opinion, they have intellect, so to speak, and they piece together the content in a way that is very natural. And anybody that I've shared this with thinks it's real people I hired. So for that reason, I'm suggesting you take me up on my offer, I will offer you something else that is paid later on. After that, I am in business, but and the one that's paid actually is going to get the full boat. It's going to get the SEO and the stuffing and all that stuff on videos and audios. But nonetheless, this is how we can really take our content to the next level, and it is, the great thing about AI is these kind of things. The bad thing about AI is, or any technology, in the beginning, we can't figure it out, right? Everybody's barking about how great Notebook is, and they're talking about the text part, right? Some are talking about, doesn't this make a cool podcast? But nobody on earth, because no SEO on earth knows hypnotic language and neural marketing language like this SEO. And nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about the meta stack or curation, right? That it's more than just the uh, the page. So anyway, with that, I ask you, if you want to get a hold of me. There's the email. You want to use the Gmail, it's timokeefeseo@gmail.com. And or just comment into the comments, and we'll talk there. Anyway, this is Coach Tim out. I hope you learned something.